son will be sad after Marjorie's dead. No, it just like doesn't, whatever, right? Just doesn't give a shit at all. Though Tommen was a fucking like that kid's so stupid. Like what a dumb bitch. He didn't. He was kind soul. Dumb bitch. Way too dumb. Though I felt really bad. I really wanted to see Marjorie like betray, because clearly this is all an act. I wanted to see her, and you could see it like coming through, which is like, you said you wouldn't mark him, like you said you wouldn't do that, and the sparrow is just like fuck you, um, don't give a shit, and she tries to leave, of course, because she actually cares about her life, and the sparrow's like sparrow's like, he doesn't come back, I'm dead. And he just like accepts it. He's just like staring off into space, and he's just like, we're fucked. Like I don't know. He didn't know the resolution. He was like, he just like knew. He just knew like we're fucked. Which is a really great thing. Jaime's gonna kill her. She's gonna go full Mad Queen, just like Mad King Aerys. She's gonna say, if Daenerys is gonna be sieging, she's gonna say, if I can't have it, nobody can. I'm gonna burn all of King's Landing to the ground. And just like he backstabbed King Aerys, he's gonna kill her, and he is going to hold her in her arms as she dies, and then Arya will show up, and who I think it'll be really cool to see. She might have interaction with the Hound in like the first couple episodes of the show. That might be like a big sidetrack thing time wise, to slow Daenerys down. But I expect that we'll see her interact with him, probably kill him, or just interact with him a little bit, probably as maybe as one of her disguises, which would be really interesting if he like interacts with one of her disguises. Um, but she's gonna go for like 3 or 4 episodes through like episode 6 or whatever, like 3 through 6. Gonna be like, oh, this new handmaiden or whatever, and she's gonna like totally suck her up to her, and probably using the same face that Jaime saw. And so Jaime's gonna come and see her and is gonna go like, "You killed Frey, didn't you?" And she's gonna pull off the fucking face, and I'm Arya Stark. I'm here to fuck up your day, and he'll just be like, "Kill me." She'll be like, "What?" He'll be like, "Well, yeah." He'll be sad. He won't say it like that, but he'll just be like, "I was born with my sister. I live with my sister. I love my sister, and I had to fucking kill her, but I want to die with my sister. She's gonna fucking kill." I know that people are like, I really want Arya to be the one to kill Cersei. Fuck you. Fuck you to every single person who wants that. Every single one of you basically want the show to burn, and they want Jaime to not have a storyline. Fuck you. No. No. Jaime should be the one to kill Cersei. Cersei fucked his whole life. Fucked him, but also fucked his whole life up. Ruined his chance at loving anyone and having any kind of normal life. Also ruined his chances at being the heir to any kind of Lannister name, really, by not allowing him to have real heirs, and by manipulating and controlling him. And he has not been a free man his whole life because of Cersei, and so everything goes towards him killing her. Not in this like crazy vengeance plot, but as a means to save other people because Jaime is honorable. Moving to the north. So Daenerys will take King's Landing and will probably instill Tyrion as her head. Now, this is where we get to this kind of thing like the three heads of the dragon. Something tells me that the books haven't really mentioned it. I don't think the books will. And if they have mentioned it, they haven't really pushed into it. They push into a lot of Cersei's prophecy stuff, but really not into the three heads. I've never really bought into the fact that, or the not the fact, the theory that Tyrion is a Targaryen. I think he'll be left to be the hand of the king to rule in King's Landing, while Daenerys is gonna go north because she's gonna hear about Jon being a Targaryen and she will want to meet up with him, but B about the White Walkers who will make it over the wall, probably at the same time Cersei dies. They will take over villainship probably at the last episode. You'll see the wall come down. I don't know how Bran's gonna get over there to Jon. I don't know if he's gonna send him some kind of warg mission, warg thing over It's possible he'll do that. It's also possible he'll just get over the wall, whatever. However, the wall comes down, if you believe in Bran the Builder theory, as Bran actually being Bran the Builder, time travel stuff, you can look that up. However, way the wall's probably going to come down around the same time, or at least in the same episode that Cersei dies, because there's always really got to be a villain. Cersei is the human villain of the whole show, but really the White Walkers are the villain of pretty much the majority, or really the underlying that is going to be there at the final ones, as the kind of true villains of this is true evil, right? I think that around the same time, probably near the season 8 beginning, where the White Walkers are really coming, or maybe the end of season 7, Jon is going to send Sansa down south to Tyrion. For 2 reasons. Tyrion is going to take control of King's Landing. It's going to go peaceful, right? There's going to be Daenerys' people there to instill peace. And what's going to happen is really he's going to say, you can't fucking be here. It's just too fucking dangerous. I know always and forever we're going to stay together, but I have to keep you safe, and you're the true Stark name, pretty much, right? He has a claim to both the Targaryen and the Stark throne, but he's always really thought of himself as a Stark, and what he's really always said was that Sansa was the true Stark heir, even if she's a woman. So he will probably send her south in an effort to protect her. Littlefinger and Brienne and probably a host of other characters will follow down with her. And when she gets down there, or at least on the way there, she will kill Littlefinger. Littlefinger is destined to die by her hands. We will see exactly how it plays out. Either way, we've really seen that Sansa does have kind of a thirst for power, or at least kind of she's a little bit jealous of Jon. She doesn't thirst it in the way that Littlefinger does, but she certainly does want it. If it means that she can protect herself and her family, that's what she really, really cares about. And I think that Sansa wants power, but I think she wants power as a means to an end, not necessarily just for power's sake. So I think she'll get sent down south, and I do also think the Daenerys will go up north around season 8, the last couple episodes. She and Jon and all the dragons will fight the they will be fighting the White Walkers. They will win, probably because Samwell will discover how to make more wildfire, or how to make dragon stuff, whatever, dragon glass to kill them, and they'll make a whole bunch of weapons, and probably he might also discover Valyrian steel, but it's more likely he will discover dragon glass and how to make it, and how to make a lot of it. So, and send that north so that Jon can fight them. That's probably the first thing that we'll see coming out of Sam, if that's kind of it. I believe that we will see Sansa sitting on the Iron Throne at the end. There will be no King of the North. There will only be one, and that will be Sansa. Now, I do not know if, it depends on how much you think of the Three Heads of Prophecy, whether or not either Tyrion's is going to stay in the North and die in the North with Daenerys and Jon, or he will stay in the South, either doing one of two things. He'll either marry Sansa and fulfill the Lancaster and the Yorks. So, if you want to know, this show is based off of the War of the Roses. In the War of the Roses, the Lancasters and the Yorks are fighting in England over who's going to be the next king. And then they end up deciding to stop fighting after they fight for a long ass fucking time. And then they create a new house called the Tudors under Henry VIII. Now, Sansa really embodies Elizabeth I. Elizabeth I was the greatest queen of the Tudor line. So I suspect that we will see Sansa out as the queen. Either we will see Tyrion also fulfilling part of that binding role. So the Lancasters and the Yorks are the Starks and the Lannisters. in through marriage, whether it's loving or just diplomatic marriage. Who I don't fucking know. Um, or he'll just go back to Casterly Rock, go back home, and take what Tywin really gave him, which was a legacy of being a Lannister, and he will rule peacefully under the secondary rule of Sansa at Casterly Rock. Now, of course, these are predictions and they could be totally wrong. So we'll really just kind of see how it goes. I do think that Sansa will survive. Arya, of course, will survive. So I think what it's highly likely we will see is Sansa sitting on the Iron Throne. Where Arya will be, we don't really know. Arya does have plot armor. I think that another possibility is that Tyrion dies and Arya dons his face and makes this kind of fake diplomatic marriage, and they go off, and so they rule together as Arya and Sansa. Who fucking knows? Something tells me that Arya is not going to have a happy ending in that way. She won't die. She has plot armor. Only character with it. But, yeah, and if you want proof on that, just see one of George R. R. Martin's interviews where his wife will divorce him if he kills off Arya. But I think something tragic in some way will befall her. What that is, I mean, whatever the fuck they want to come up with. Nothing in the books is going to be the same. There's some key major things that might just be the same, just because it was just be easier. It'd be an easy thing anyways for the show to do. But a lot of it's going to happen differently, but with the same ending. So, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Those are my predictions and love of this show. Hope you guys enjoy.